Please read recipe thoroughly before production. Hey team, it's your old friend Chef Hunter, and today what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to make the stacked enchilada. We got some changes to it, so I want you to take a good look at the video and also follow the recipe thoroughly, because you can't have a successful dish without a good recipe and following all the directions. You will need one 28-ounce bag of cream soup base mix, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of cumin, 6 quarts of hot water from the hot water dispenser, 6 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, 1 bag of turkey chili, 7 pounds, 2 2-inch steam table pans coated with food spray, 96 tortillas, a rubber spatula, ladles, a measuring cup, a knife, and a whisk, and a bowl big enough to mix all the ingredients together for the sauce. Okay, 2 days before you do the mise en place for this recipe, the pre-cooked turkey chili needs to be removed from the freezer and placed in the cooler. It will need 24 hours to defrost fully. So, for example, the enchiladas are on the menu for Thursday. Before you leave Tuesday night, remove the chili needed from the freezer and place in the cooler. This is not negotiable, so please plan ahead. Also, if the tortillas are in the freezer, remove and defrost the day ahead. Frozen tortillas will not work for this recipe. What's very important with this recipe is thinking ahead and what you need for it. Okay, your preparation instructions. You're going to preheat your oven to 325 degrees. You're going to pour cream soup base into a large mixing bowl or an 8-inch half hotel pan, steam table pan, whatever we want to call it. Add chili powder and cumin and mix dry ingredients thoroughly. If you use a whisk, it works out pretty good. It'll get it even across, even mix. Then you're going to measure 3 quarts of hot water from the hot water dispenser into the 4-quart measuring cup. Slowly pour water on dry powdered cream soup base mixture and stir rapidly using a whisk. Make sure mixture is not lumpy. Mix until the gravy is smooth, creamy texture. After the texture is smooth and even, add turkey chili to gravy mixture. Stir with a rubber spatula until the chili is evenly distributed throughout the sauce. Alright team, once you get to this point, you want to start thinking of this recipe in 2 separate entities. You're going to have 2 pans. Go ahead and have your cheese split separately and have your workspace set up. You already have the tortillas out, you've got your chili sauce, and you're still going to need your cup here, because the cup, you're going to have to portion out 1 cup for each bottom part layer of the pan. Alright, let's get assembling. Alright, let's talk about assembly procedures. You need to prepare your area for assembly. This means you got to make sure you have 2 2-inch steam table pans coated with food spray. You make sure you have your mixture ready to go, your cheese measured out, and a measuring cup to measure out the cheese by the cup. Also, rubber spatula is going to be your best friend in this procedure, because you're going to be able to spread the sauce smoothly over the top of your tortillas. So, this is how the procedure is going to go. Layer 1. Place 8 tortillas evenly over the bottom of each pan. Measure 1 cup of cheese and spread on top of tortillas. What this is going to do is going to give you a base. It's going to make your life easier when you cut the dish and serve it. Layer 2. Place another 8 tortillas evenly over the top of the cheese. Spoon 22 ounces of enchilada sauce evenly over the top of the tortillas. Use the rubber spatula or the back of a spoon to spread sauce carefully and evenly. Now, make a note here. If the sauce is not smoothly covering the tortillas, the layer will be lumpy and cause the finished product to look unappetizing. Okay, we're continuing on with the layers. We're going to have 20 ounces of sauce here. So I've got the big 8-ounce one, so right, 8 plus 8 is 16. I got my 2-ounce one, 18, and 20. This is a rubber spatula. It will be your best friend in this process. You want to make sure when you get the sauce on, that it's covering the tortillas totally. Because trust me, nobody likes a hard, dry tortilla. Right? Right. Okay. So you got everything covered evenly. All right, that was my fourth layer on this one. So we're gonna do fifth one. 2. I sometimes count to myself. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good evenness. And what did we say before? So this is layer number 4. And make sure those are good and even there. Remember, you're making 2 stacked enchiladas. And make sure it's nice and even. Evenness is very, very important. Okay, you can go ahead and turn it off. Alright, at this point, once you get all 6 layers in, everything should look even. And notice how the sauce is evenly covering the tortillas. Now from here, we got 2 cups of cheese each for the top of it. So next time you see these bad boys, they're going to be cooked and looking beautiful. Okay, your layer 4 and 5 are going to be the same. You're going to place 8 tortillas evenly over the top of the sauce and spoon 20 ounces of enchilada sauce and spread evenly. Again, use the rubber spatula. Now, when we get to layer 6, you're going to place 8 tortillas evenly over the top of the sauce, but you're going to spoon 22 ounces of enchilada sauce evenly over the top of tortillas. Remember, 22 ounces on each dish. So take a note here. If there is sauce remaining after assembling the 2 dishes, spoon the remaining sauce on the dishes before evenly covering the top of the dishes with cheese. Because what you're going to do is your 2 cups of cheese that are left for each dish, you're going to spread evenly over the top. Now, if you do this recipe right, you will have very, very little stuff left over. So be very, very aware of the fact that on your layers, your first layer is going to be cheese. Your second layer is going to be 22 ounces of sauce. 3, 4, and 5 are 20 ounces of sauce. And layer 6 is 22 ounces of sauce, then the cheese on top. Alrighty. Now we're going to bake this off, finish it up, and present it. You're going to take 2 pieces of foil. Spray food spray on the shiny side of the foil large enough to cover the top of the full steam table pans. Repeat for second dish. Cover pans tightly. You're going to place in the oven and cook for 15 to 20 minutes depending on oven. Important when you put it in the oven. Notice how I kind of have them sidestepped and apart. You want to make sure enough heat gets through there so they can cook evenly. When it's done cooking, uncover and bake for another 10 minutes because we want the cheese to get bubbly, get a little bit of brownness, make it look real appetizing. Then you're going to cut each dish 3 times by 5 times. Each pan will yield 24 servings and a total of 48 servings per this recipe. Cover and place in warmer until service. Garnish with chopped tomatoes, chopped cilantro, and/or lime halves. Now, if you have any questions about how to do the cuts, included in this video is an example of how the cut should be made. And also, we've sent out posters for the 3x5. So if you cut it 3 times by 5 times, you're going to have 24 pieces. And, as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop us a line, and we'll be able to answer any concerns you may have. Have a great day, and enjoy.